Hey guys, you can check me out on Facebook. I post my videos up here and sometimes do regular posts up here when I can. I also sometimes upload exclusive videos onto my Facebook page as well, so that sometimes I post like exclusive videos, like little update videos of where I've been and what I'm coming about with the thing. And you can also check me out on Twitter. Most of my stuff has been posted on Twitter, and I normally do a lot of my updates on Twitter as well, so you can catch me up on there and everything like that. So you can follow me on Twitter as well and stuff like that, so you can keep up to date with all my videos on both social medias. You can find the links down in the video description down below, or you can check out the URLs both in the address bars above this segment of the video. But other than that, keep up to date. See ya.
Hey guys, Kai from Kai's Transformer Corner, back with the second part of the classic Optimus Prime look back video that I'm doing, and we're taking a look at the first armor, or the first third party add-on for the mold. That is the Dire Commander repaint of the City Commander armor from Fans Projects. I haven't got the packaging with me; it's all in storage back in my mother's loft, but we can still take a look at the armor as itself. And like I said, I will be taking a look at this during the transformation with the Siege trailer as well from Ultra Magnus, and see where some of the cues come from on the transformation. But let's take a look at the trailer itself first. So as you can see, we have a nice silver stripe going all the way down here, in a way to replicate the Optimus's trailer. Then we've got some yellow headlights on the back here, painted on the back, and there as well, but we'll get more into this later. We've got the silver rims that are trying to mimic as best as they can of the original toy. Here we have a little panel that you could have flipped and stickered a number plate on, and then you can flip it up to hide that number plate, but because I didn't put any on, it doesn't matter if it's up or down. These sections can come down and will reveal the shoulder launchers that don't fire. This is the peg did end up breaking on one side, but it still holds up really well on that one peg to stop it. But other than that, it is really it. So let's take a look at what he looks like with Prime connected to the trailer. So here we have Classics Optimus. We need to use the trailer hitch peg on the back here, and underneath here we've got a peg hole, and that will then just sit flush on there, and then it will roll really well with Optimus. No very turning feature, but obviously that is to be how it connects. It literally is hindering it, but but that's no different to Siege's anyway. So there is another similarity there. But yeah, so let's take a look. Let's do a comparison now with Siege Ultra Magnus anyway. So let's have Optimus straighten up here, point it down a little bit, and we'll bring. So here we have them next to each other, side by side. So let's do them from the front to the front. And Siege is slightly longer, but is slightly more shorter than the Dire Commander armor. But that's pretty much it. Oh, and let's complete the look, shall we? Because yes, I had the rocket launchers can be stored inside the armor back. But if this is to replicate a lot, let's take them out, close that back up, and then you can peg these to the front, like so. And that is pretty much, now but they both got the rocket launchers on the front as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much the armor comparison in their vehicle modes. So we'll remove Ultra Magnus here and take him out to the side, and we'll start doing the prep work now for the armor with the siege armor as well, and I'll get him in his prepped work mode off camera. Pretty much Prime in his prep work done, so we can now stick him off here. So yeah, so let's take a look at getting the arm prepped up. So we want to take off the rocket launchers. The missiles can be removed, but then there's no firing mechanism. But they can be removed like so, but there's no actual firing mechanism. So we can move those off to the side. Now, we can start doing the comparisons now with Siege's trailer as well. So here we'll take a look at taking these apart. So first off, we'll do Dire Commanders / City Commander, and we want to unpeg them from the sides here. So this ain't a step on the Siege one, but removing that is similar to the Siege, because the backs of the trailers both are the legs, or the leg armor moments. So you want to then take these tabs, untab this piece here. You want to then fold these out and expand them like so. Move that off to the side and separate the legs here. And for this, now there's a bit more complications here. Now you want to fold this up into that configuration there. You're going to fold this up and down to that configuration there, and they're the legs armor pieces all done. With Siege, we wanted to take off these gun pieces like so, separate these pieces and take off the rocket launchers on the sides as well, and then remove the shoulder stacks from the bottom and move those off to the side, and then just unpeg them like so. Move that piece off to the side, and these just transform. You've already seen the review on this, but they just go around like that and just tab all the way around. So, and then with Ultra Magnus, we wanted to slide feet up onto the sides here like so. You have to line them up and then tap them in, and that's good. And that is similar to how these pieces go on. Similar, not accurate, but similar. And what you want to do is, so what you want to do here is get this in an angle, and carefully then put this all in an angle, because it all gets squeezes in together, and if you don't have it lined up correctly, it won't connect. And then you just lift this panel up to then cover the legs like so. And then you do the same on this side. So angle it, come to the back, angle it, line everything up, make sure everything's in place. See how this one goes, and then make sure you just make sure that's in, tab that up, and there we've got Prime's armor legs up. So yeah, now we'll come to the armor piece here, and then we want to separate this top section. This top section is pretty much the majority of the armor now. So you want to separate these from the sides after you bring them and tab them from the sides, and just bring them down like so. And then you want to lift this out, because this is on like a spring. A spring can then bring up the head out like so, and then close the chest back up like that. And then just take the arms off. So now stacks. We'll bring these pieces up like so. Like so. Just fold these down like that, and then they just fold down and hide neatly there. And these are the main stacks for the shoulders. And just like Ultra Magnus, the shoulders just unpeg, and there's like panels they have to flip up. They slide on like so. Oh god. Slide on like so. And then they just tab in these tabs on the back. There. So similar to Ultra Magnus, you want to get these, and there are like little nub tabs that will go in the screw holes, the screw hole section. So you want to slide them up, and then you'll hear a little click, and they will lock into place. Want to do the same on the other side. Just want to hear that click, and they just slide onto that like so. So that is the stacks. Well, these do go on the arms. They don't Siege. If you own Siege Leader, then you know he just has like gauntlets that get wrapped round. For Optimus, these just slide on. So I'm trying to remember what way they go. They go this way over his main hands, like so. Just slide over his main hands, like that. So they, in a way, lock into place. And rotate the fist. So that, and you want to do the same on the other side. Make sure you rotate the wrist, and then slide this up like so, and like that. So do the same with Ultra Magnus. We'll get the gauntlets. Get the gauntlets, and we'll just peg these up on his forearms on the side here, and they'll just peg onto the side. Do the same on the other gauntlets. Peg them around, then rotate and rotate, and there we go. Make sure that's all. So then we can get this piece, and just like Ultra Magnus, this just slides in over hang on a minute. Take the smokestacks off temporarily, because that will slide in. If you didn't see that, just slide in with that spring, and then just lock into place like so. And then just, right, then re-tab the pillars up, and there we have Dire Commander done. So let's finish off with Ultra Magnus. And there. It's very similar transformations, and when I say similar, I mean very similar. Definitely with the like arms, how the legs go into the bottom sections here, how the head. This one just wraps around. This one wraps around from the front, and then there's like two panels that just fold up, and the gauntlets just wrap around while these slide up. But there's some similarity cues here in the two modes, anyway, and they're really great and everything like that. So this is pretty much a comparison. Leader class Ultra Magnus from Siege is shorter. Prime Siege is now shorter. Oh, did forget one piece. The vital crotch. Just tabs. There. And this makes his waist articulation non-existent. So yeah, so that's done. So we can just keep them off to the side there. And we can keep him here. So yeah, so articulation, and then we'll get on to the accessories. Articulation, he loses the waist, but he still has his forward and back slightly movement. I don't know if you can still have this mode with his wheels up, but he has hindered back leg movement. Legs can go in and out like he did before the armor. Bend at knee and still has the swivel, but he also gains a ankle pivot with the foot. Arms can still rotate full 360, but hindered in a way because of how all the armor works. Still same rotation there, still bends at the elbows, but also gains a swivel at the wrist. Head now is on a ball joint, can look up and down, left and right, wiggle waggle, and that is pretty much it for the moment. Accessories, well, he has got his rocket launchers that can be tabbed or pegged on the side to give him the much more dire commander or dire stack or dire clone or dire commander look. He still has the guns from Prime that you can literally get all set up and peg. And for storage with this, you can peg these guns on the back. There are corresponding peg holes, so you can peg the gun there, and then with the corresponding peg hole here, you can have that there to give him like some like storage, weapon storage. Because if you're wondering what you do with the rest of the trailer, well, you untab the hitch piece that connects to Prime in vehicle mode, and then you want to grab this, and you can then fold it all the way around like so, and then you can bring this all the way around, and then while it's like that, there's these two tabs and the two extra peg slots. Just peg onto those like that, and then you can, then there's a handle that goes in the fist like so, and then you got him with a really big ass gun they can barely hold, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's quickly go into details now. We've got the yellow and blacks on the guns here. Here we've got the reds and the silvers all blending in really well. At the front we've got the chrome on the chest. Nice red, orangey red head. Silver face and yellow eyes going down. We've got the chrome kneecaps that blend in very well with the main chrome from the main core of bots. And we've got the red and yellow that we saw in vehicle mode. mode, and that is pretty much it. He is a very well done figure, and I always loved the fans project mold of the combiner for the classic mold Optimus / Ultra Magnus. It always blended in really well. With nowadays engineering and how Siege Ultra Magnus is his transformation works 10 times better and is much more sleek. This was great for the time, was really great, and if you still prefer the fans project design, then try and hunt it down on the secondary market, because they do skyrocket, and definitely because it's a third party piece, these go out of production very quickly and they become very hard to find on the aftermarket markets. But between the two, I enjoyed both. I like the design and look and the aesthetic that Fan Project went with the first Sea Commander and Die Commander Armour. I do like the aesthetics they went with, but overall, Ultra Magnus Siege Ultra Magnus is slightly bit better in the terms of design. He's a bit more sleeker. He's a bit more sleeker, like I said, a bit more streamlined, and a little bit more of a better figure in terms of design wise. I prefer the head sculpt on Ultra Magnus a bit more. Yes, I understand they couldn't really go full on likeness to G1 because of copyright issues, but they did a great job of what they'd done, and it looks great. I always loved the designs anyway, but yet again, Ultra Magnus still wins in the comparisons anyway. There are similarities and cues between the two figures of how the armor combines. Definitely in the legs, where the legs slide in. This one's a little bit more. I always hated how the legs connected on Fans Projects' armors with the Classics Primes, mainly because it always felt like you're going to break something, or the figure's going to break, or the armor boot's going to break. Something was going to break on the figure when how they incorporated the legs together. In some ways, Siege Ultra Magnus perfected the design on how it goes together by it just being a slide and peg in system, and it locks, and it's a very tight and secure system as well. So it works better. So they did perfected how the legs go in together. So there ain't that like caution of it might break at some point type of relativity. Other than that, I do like the double missile shoulder stacks. That's always been one of my favourite things. Ultra Magnus always had the single ones, and I always take him having the single ones. But the double ones I will always associate with like a Die Commander having two smokestacks. Really does bring out different personalities of the character. You can tell Optimus had probably had an armor set ready for him if he needed to use it at some point. But then obviously we had the power mast and stuff like that. But this armor is not as bad as a lot of people think it is. It is just as great as it was back in the day. So like I said, if you can hunt down this figure and can get him, just then get it, because it is great. Definitely if you can get the armor with a classic Prime figure with it, it makes it all nice, and it just makes it slightly a different figure, but at the same time makes it slightly better and really great at the same time, because I always love the colorization, say with the reds, the blues, the chromes, everything like that just pops with me here, and that just really shows. And definitely with the blues and whites and reds on Ultra Magnus, they still pop to me, but definitely the reds and blues and Optimus Prime colors very pop a lot more with the Fans Project armor in the Die Commander colors, and it's really great that it came to this. And I do say, yet again, try and get it if you want it. Try and find it on the secondary market, because it is a great piece. But anyway, I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Otaku Corner / Transformer Corner, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, hopefully you liked this video as much as I enjoyed recording it and editing it and putting it together so you guys get to watch it. I had fun doing this trilogy as much. I'm working on the next video anyway. That is the G3 trailer, and that be the Classic Prime mold trilogy of third pie and main figure done, and then I'll be looking into doing the aerial week of the Core 5 aerial bot along with Alpha Bravo and everything like that afterwards. But other than that, please give this video a like, and also please subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to hit that notification bell as well to keep up to date with all my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.